Hey guys, it's Josh with J&M Web Creations. Sorry I haven't been making videos in a while. Um, this video is going to be about what I think are the best paid Divi plugins. Um, just have a bunch of features and just some cool plugins that I've used, and a couple I haven't, but have really want or have been recommended by others. Also, we'll be probably doing a video. I built a new computer, which is awesome. So that's what I'm uh, doing this on. To kind of show people that if you don't have any experience, you can still build a computer, save some money for you, and kind of have a fun experience. So the first one I got here, I'll start to show you, is Divi Supreme. This is my go-to plugin. Pretty much every site I put this on. Previously, they had like um, a thing that allowed for you to make a footer in the Divi builder and then put it on the bottom or a top header or something like that for a 4 page. Now the theme builder is there, so you don't really have to have that. And they've actually taken that out, but that was one of the reasons I put it on every site. But they just have so many different features that it really makes for an awesome plugin. Um, some of the things I use all the time, and this site or this plugin is made by Ken Ing, I believe. That's correct. It's NG is his last name. He updates it all the time, always putting new stuff on it. Just really good at customer service. He'll try to get things fixed as fast as possible if there's issues. Um, Always helpful. So the main things I've used: Facebook feed. I've used that on one or two sites. The embed Google Maps, that's kind of nice. With the Divi one, you have to put in your info and stuff. Your maybe it's API, I think, and they made that API paid or somewhat paid after a certain amount of usage. So this just allows you to embed it without using that API, I believe. Let's see some other cool things here. You got your Twitter stuff. The typing effect is kind of cool. Um, it's you sometimes see that in websites. I don't know if I've actually used that. Um, let's see, floating multi-images. That's this right here. I use that on my own site. It's kind of cool. Kind of a weird feature. Let's see real quick. Image carousel and card carousel. Image carousel works good for your like brands and stuff like that if you want to show what you've done. The card carousel works well for basically blurbs, putting blurbs up, which is kind of cool. Other things I've used: the business hours. It's pretty basic, but it's easy to use and change hours quickly. Has some good features. The main one I use, and the reason I put it on the site all the time, is Caldera Forms. I use Caldera Forms basically exclusively for my forms, and this allows you to make it look good right in the Divi builder. So that is super awesome. Um, they also have Contact Form 7 if you use that one as well. As it says, more coming soon all the time. This one is probably their newest. Divi Supreme Lottie. Lottie is some kind of like SVG source for a bunch of like, I believe they're SVGs, um, kind of animations and stuff that you can use, and this allows you to put them in there. Which is kind of cool. I haven't used it, but kind of neat. Then they have the actual extensions. This allows you, the Divi scheduled element allows you to take a section, row, column module and tell it, okay, I want it to post on this time, not really post, but to show up on this date and to come down at this time, so or show up between these hours, stuff like that. Library shortcodes for accordions and stuff in Divi. You can't use the Divi builder for single accordion items. So what you do is make a Divi library item, like a layout, and then it gives you a shortcode ID. You pop that in the text thing, and voila, you got that going. Divi Easy Theme Builder, that's kind of cool, totally new, haven't used it at all yet. Allows you to do some things with the header. that have been kind of a pain in the butt. Library widget I haven't really used. That just allows you to put a Divi library item, a layout inside of a sidebar or footer widget. I don't use too many of those. Sometimes maybe a sidebar, but you can use that. Last thing is, well, actually two things, but Divi pop-up. This is kind of cool. If you click on a button or something, if you have it set, pops up whatever your information is, or picture, or whatever modules of content you want. And the last one they have is the Divi Read More. That essentially, if you have a really long thing and you don't want it to be so long of text, you can have a read more on it, slides down. So, kind of cool, kind of something different. And yeah, the pricing on that one, it's not super cheap, but it's not expensive when you see how much it does. I mean, you can get this one. I don't have the unlimited agency. I do the yearly, but yeah, you might want to do that if you want to go there. The next one is called Divi Body Commerce. This plugin is made by Peter Jabulani Wilkinson, and he has he's the head of Divi Engine. This site, he has some other plugins here that are kind of cool. I've used Divi Nitro. It's a speed plugin. Gotta be cautious of what you turn on and off on that, because it can mess up your site just like any speed plugin. I've used Divi Mega Menu. I haven't used the other two, but some cool things here. By far, I think is coolest is the Divi Body Commerce, and this plugin is just super helpful. It's amazing what it can do. If you have an e-commerce site and you're using WooCommerce, with Divi, with the new theme builder, they allowed you to style some pages. So some of this isn't as relevant, but he has so many other features that it is well worth it. Well, like an Ajax add to cart, which is like if there's a cart up here, you press add to cart, boom, it keeps you on that page and it puts it right in your cart, kind of like Shopify does. Custom checkout fields, I've used it. It's a little limited, but it's kind of nice. You just have a few free layout packs so you can kind of get started. The one thing this is has a big learning curve, and so it's a little confusing at first. He has some good documentation, good videos that help with that, so that's really cool. But yeah, you can even have like a sharing icon in there for sharing it to Facebook or something like that. You have like login pages, category pages, checkout pages, lost password pages, I believe that you can do. Yeah, password reset template. One of the things that's awesome that none of the other ones have is the email template. That's awesome. You can make it look how you want it to. Then that would be the email that's emailed out to like a customer, or to tell you that you have a new customer that just bought. Let's see, one of the things. Okay, so they're Divi, yeah, they give you product page builder, category page builder, tags page builder, module, 16 modules for WooCommerce. Body Commerce has 61 modules, and it does get a little, like I said, confusing because there's so many modules, but they all have their purpose. And if you really know how to do it, it can make it pretty awesome. Looks like it's multi-language compatible, has all kinds of cool stuff. Compared to Divi Kingdom and Woo Layout Injector, I don't know if those are really being updated much these days. So Body Commerce is, I think, by far the way to go. It has just so many features that these other ones don't. And a lot of times they'll show the features they have and ones these guys don't, but not really show the ones they don't have that these guys do. That's not really the case. There's pretty much everything that these two have, Body Commerce has, plus everything, as you can see, plus so much more. And that says, oh, that was updated 11/28/19. I don't know when the last update is for Divi Body Commerce, but I think it's in the past day or so. We just had some new fixes, or not even fixes, just some cool changes to it. I think it was at least within the last week. So he updates his stuff, and he's really good at customer service, always getting back to you. The third one is not Divi specific. It is called ACF, Advanced Custom Fields. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I'm trying not to make this super long, but hopefully it doesn't get too long. This is Advanced Custom Fields. This has a free version. Oh, and Divi Supreme does have a free version, so you could try it out, but I don't think it has any of the extensions and way more limited, maybe a half or 2/3 of the modules. ACF, if you don't know what custom field does or is, might be a little confusing. On website, you'll have, on your WordPress site, you'll have like posts, pages, stuff like that. You have media. Those are all really custom post types. If you have, let's say, a testimonial plugin, you put that testimonial plugin, it might add another thing here that says testimonials. And then you add in each testimonial easily, kind of like adding a blog post. Well, if you have that custom post type in there, and there's another free plugin just to add that, sometimes you want these custom fields in there. It might be a date, it might be a link, it might be a picture. So let's say I have a picture. I always want the first picture that isn't my featured picture. I would be able to add a second field for another image. Or if I have a link that always goes in this certain spot, I could add the link in there, and I would have that within the not blog post, but the custom post page, and then I just type in my link, and boom, it automatically places it within the page. I'll show you kind of how that works if you don't know what a custom post type is. It's probably in this the most confusing thing. This is a custom post type. This is my custom post type for free agents. This would be like some sites I built. Let's go to the Toasted Owl. So on this, the custom post, this is going to be the title, and this would be all the time it has a title. It has a image here. I may have used a featured image for that. Type of project, and then type of project would always be there just automatically. I don't have to put that in. I don't have to design any of this layout. It's all like this. And then I just type in website redesign. Then it has the text box where I can put stuff. And then the last thing on this is really simple custom post type, or custom fields, is going to be a link. So anytime I put this in here, what it's going to do is I go to my site and add it. Oops, sorry about that. That was my phone. I go and add this post, and I add a link. Boom, 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 whatever that link is, and it automatically connects. Visit the website of whatever it is. In this case, it's the Toasted Owl, and then it links to the Toasted Owl, that website. So if I go back and I go to Carrie Kinsey's site, same here. Visit the website of Carrie Kinsey, and just takes essentially that and puts it here. And so yeah, it just makes things easier for in the future. But this allows you to put in those custom fields. This is probably the best one, the most comprehensive for that. It does have free, but doesn't let you do everything. I do have the pro. So this is very nice in the future if you're just starting out, you may not use custom post types, but learn about them. They have a lot of features and help you save a lot of time. There is another plugin called Pods that is free that I've used before as well. I now have the pro of this, so this works well. So on to our third plugin. This is the Page Builder Cloud. Let's see what this allows. It's kind of cool. Is you put in the plugin and you save layout to it. Basically, that saves it to the cloud. And when you put this plugin on another site, then you can take that layout and just throw it right into your site. And it's not just for Divi. They have Gutenberg, Elementor, Beaver Builder, Brizy, blah, blah, blah. This was made by a Divi guy, though. So that's kind of what I know about it. And I do have it. And then also, like I said, I use Caldera Forms. There's Caldera Forms. There's advanced custom fields. So if you want to pull stuff out and have it, it's right there. If you want to set up your forms all the time, essentially the same way, this would be the way to do it. And then you could just pop it over in. And I believe they actually allow you to use some code as well. You can, it doesn't say this in here, but there's a code one. so you can just save your code that you use all the time, whether that's CSS or jQuery or something like that. And so this allows you to do that and take a layout from one site and put it on many different sites, whatever you wanted. It even gives you a little like picture of what that layout looks like. So it's real easy to go through it, and you can tag them, stuff like that. Our fourth plugin, this is kind of specific. This is PA Creative who makes this, Nelson Lee Miller. I've known for a little while. He has a couple plugins here, Divi Timer Pro, and then Divi Responsive Helper that allows you to see your site in all different sizes and scales. Divi Events Calendar is probably the most, and this is a very specific plugin, but it's kind of most interesting, I think. I actually did a review when he was building this. I helped him kind of get it ready, tell him the changes I thought need to be made. So I helped him with that. My friend, actually Christian, he helped him as well. So what this is the events calendar. It's used by a lot of people. It's a free plugin. They do have a pro, but with this, you don't need the pro version. This allows you to take this plugin, the events calendar, that makes events for you, or you put your events in. This allows you to style them with the Divi Builder and make them look however you want, make them look great. Let's view the demo real quick. So yeah, this would be, you pop in a new one in here and it goes to the top. View the details of a new one. Oh, and here's the page like and how it looks. And there's different ways. He has different demos. There's different ways you can make this look. So just makes this stuff a lot easier, where it was kind of a pain in the butt to use with Divi. But if you need events for your customers or yourself, this could help a lot. And so you just pay for this. You wouldn't have to actually pay for the events calendar as well. On to the next one. This is WP and Divi Icons. Divi Space makes some cool plugins. I don't know how often they update. They had S.J. James, Steven, I think his name was. He was their head coder, and he did a ton of stuff, made a ton of plugins for him. He's no longer with them. He's doing some charity stuff. So I do still use this one. I'll just show you. Basically, you have a very limited amount of icons in Divi. This allows you to put 2,500 more, and there's 400 colored ones, I believe it is, 400 plus. Oh, excuse me. 400 plus custom designed icons. So these icons, some of them will be black and white, as you can see. There's just a bunch more. They're black and white. There's also these kind of cool colored ones. You have 3 colors. You can change it, and you see now that color's there. Now let's put a blue. There's that. Let's make it more purple. And so that's the colors we have in here, so you can match these icons to your site, which is pretty cool. And I've used this quite a bit. They do have a bunch of other plugins that are great. Divi Switch, which just makes random little changes in your site, just makes things that everybody wants a lot easier that Divi doesn't do. Divi Rock is a speed plugin. Page Builder Everywhere allows you to, it's not as useful now as the Divi theme builder, but allows you to put stuff in the accordion or something, kind of like we had talked about. A couple other things in here. The Divi extra theme is part of Elegant Themes, but Divi doesn't have some of the features, so this allows you to put some of the features of extra straight into your Divi site, which is kind of cool. Ghoster makes it so your site is supposed to be, so the customer won't know it's Divi, which I don't really care. I actually sell based on Divi. Tell them I think this is the easiest way to do it. And I've had people call me because I do specialize in Divi. So, but we'll go on from here. You can actually do a membership. That's what I have, a lifetime membership. So I get pretty much everything on here. Next one is the Divi Accordion Plus. This is a really cool plugin. Divi Accordions are kind of lame. They're okay, they work okay, but they just don't have much styling you can do. This allows you in the Divi builder to do a lot of cool different things. As you can see, put a little icons here. Just do a lot of things. This rolls around. This you can move over to here. You can do just all kinds of stuff. Like this is one single one. As you can see, it just does all kinds of crazy stuff. So there's a lot of cool things you can do. I've used this for a restaurant menu, which actually worked pretty well. One kind of like this for different things like drinks or whatever. Then you can pop down so the page wasn't so long with the menu on there. But yeah, this is a cool one by, I think it's Divicious, I don't know. CPT layout injector. This is kind of cool, and I've used it before. Now with ACF, I really probably don't need to, but this is from Sean Barton in Elegant Marketplace, and if you have a custom post type, this allows you to make a Divi layout and pop it in there. It's not as valuable because there is the theme builder, but it's still something I've used. It has some different features than the theme builder, so it can work for things if you need. Next one, the last two here I have not actually used, but they're stuff that comes highly recommended. They're really cool things that I just haven't bought. Just didn't have the money. Again, my stupid phone. But the first one here is Divi Toolbox. It isn't super cheap. Well, it is a lifetime update, so it's only 6 months support. 169 euros. It's actually made by Divi Lover. Anya, I think her name is. But there's some kind of contract with B3 Multimedia. So they put it out. Allows you to do a bunch of cool things. Just random little things, like different areas of your site. Add more social icons, little pop-ups, sticky elements, moving particles, which is kind of weird, but could be kind of neat. Freeloaders, which doesn't have in Divi Supreme. Some of these things are in Divi Supreme also. Just has a lot of little things that make it easier to get little changes on your site so it doesn't look as much like just a Divi site. Some blog post stuff, make those look good easily. Some other little tweaks and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Haven't used it, but it looks really neat. Has some cool stuff going on with it. The last one is Divi Overlays. And this is by Divi Life. This is Tim Streifler. He is on the Divi Chat, like podcast, YouTube channel, and he's always on there every 2 weeks. But he's made some really cool plugins. This Divi Overlays is great. It's basically pop-up like that. And you can do all kinds of stuff with it. There's exit intent ones that make it, let's see, this one may not have it. But like you press a button and something pops up, the content you want, and then you can click out of it, or little subscribe thing pops up like that. And then there is exit intent. So let's say it doesn't have it on this one, but you can set it so if someone's going up towards here, if they leave it, something pops up to grab their attention. Divi Supreme also has pop-ups. I don't think it's as good. I think it's the second best one probably. I've used some other plugins that either over time don't work anymore because they don't update, or just never really work that great. So from what I understand, this is a really nice plugin. Works really well. He has some other cool ones. I trust him. He's always updating and within the community a lot. The Divi bar is kind of cool. It may not be as useful now because of the theme builder, but this allows you to do these little, let's see if it comes up. on this page. Maybe no. Oh, thought it was on this page. Guess not. But allows you to put up these little things that pop up, and then you can click out of stuff like that. Not here, but it would be kind of the top things. You could probably do this with the Divi theme builder now, but it's probably a bit more difficult. You probably have to have some jQuery coding to do that. He also has, I think, the free one. This Divi coming soon, I think, is the maintenance mode for Divi. You can just make a page and it shows up with, that's your page right now until your site. You can lock down your site until it actually is ready to go. I believe that one's free. Divi Mega Pro is kind of cool. It's like mega menus. So you can make like these that drop down, have Divi layout within there. So yeah, there's some really cool stuff out there. Some really cool plugins. Let me know if you have some of your favorites. This is the paid one, though. A couple of them have. The ACF has free, and one more has free. Oh, Divi Supreme has a free version, like I said before. But yeah, let me know what your favorite things are. If you thought I missed some things, if you don't like these, let me know why or what's going on with them, if you had issues with them. Yeah, so hopefully you liked it, and hopefully I can start doing some videos again. But yeah, been super busy, so you guys have a great day. Sorry, my dog's in the back there snoring. Yeah, have a good night.